Hello, so I'm going to do our happy earth versus sad earth science sort today. So this week we've been learning about the earth and what we can do to help create a healthy environment for us to live. And today you guys are going to read the 8 pieces that are on the bottom. You're going to cut them out and glue them where they belong. So over here we have a happy earth. So over here we're going to put the things that are good for our environment. And then over here we have a sad earth, an earth that looks sick. So we're going to put things over here that are not good for our environment. So I'm just going to start with the first one. It says throwing trash out of the car window. So throwing trash out of the car window, is that something that is good for the environment or something that is bad for the environment? So throwing out the trash out the car window is bad for our environment. And when you throw trash on the ground, that is called littering. And if a lot of people were to litter, our environment would not be very clean. So we have a lot of animals and wildlife around us. And if we continue to throw trash outside on the ground, it could harm the wildlife, it could get into the waters. So we want to make sure that we are putting trash in the trash can or recycling in the recycling bin and making sure not to litter. All right, so throwing trash out of the car window is bad for the earth. All right, the next one is recycling. We talked about recycling yesterday. So separating your papers and plastics and cans and bottles and glass into different piles and sending them to the recycling center so that they can be made into new things like sandals or t-shirts or other just cardboard boxes. There's a lot of things that happen at the recycling plant. So recycling, again, is not throwing away things. It's taking things and making new things out of it. So that is good for our earth. Recycling is good for the earth. All right, turning lights off when you leave. So when you have lights on in your house, you are using energy. And if you use a lot of energy, and if people use a lot of energy, the earth gets warmer. So we want to make sure to conserve energy, so to not use as much. So if you leave a room, like your classroom or the bathroom or your bedroom, when nobody is in the room using the light, you want to make sure to turn it off, and that helps to save energy. And so we are going to put that one in the happy earth because when you turn lights off when you leave, that is good for the earth. All right, and on the contrary, leaving the TV on. So if you are finished watching the TV and you just kind of leave it on when you're done, that is wasting energy. So we are going to put that one in the sad earth box because we don't want to waste energy. So if you're not using something, make sure to turn it off when you're finished. All right, cutting down trees. Trees give us oxygen. So the trees are very good for the environment. And so when you cut down trees, that makes the earth sad. Now, obviously, we have to cut down some trees to make things like paper and toilet paper and things like that. But you always want to make sure that if you cut down a tree that you plant a new one. So cutting down a tree, we're going to put that for the sad earth. All right, taking long showers. So when you take a long shower, you're using a lot of water. Okay, and when you do that, you're wasting. So I know long showers sometimes feel really good, but you want to make sure to use less. Okay, so conserve, don't use as much. So taking long showers, we're going to put that in the sad earth box because we don't want to be wasteful. All right, the next one is riding a bike. So when you ride a bike, what is powering the bike? Do you use gasoline? No, your legs are powering the bike. So your body is getting a workout and you're not creating any pollution. You're not using a motor to get the bike to work, so you're just using your legs. So there's no pollution that comes from a bike, which is really good for our air. So riding a bike makes the earth happy. And you know what? It makes your body happy too. All right, and our last one is planting trees. We kind of touched on that a little bit when I mentioned how when you cut down trees, you want to make sure to plant new ones. And again, trees give us oxygen, clean oxygen to breathe. So we want to make sure that we have lots of trees being planted if there are a lot being cut down. So we're going to put that one for the happy earth as well. All right, so let me reread what we have in each box. In the Happy Earth box, we have recycling, we have turning lights off when you leave, planting trees, and riding a bike. And then for the Sad Earth, we have throwing trash out of the car window, so littering. Then we have leaving the TV on, cutting down trees, and taking long showers. So I want you guys to think about other things that could go in the happy earth or the sad earth. You guys can draw a picture on the back of your paper. And think about how you could do this in your own house. So I know sometimes you might get hungry and want a snack, and you might open the fridge and just kind of look around in the fridge and keep the fridge door open, and guess what? You're wasting a lot of energy when you do that. So try to be mindful of things like that, leaving lights on, running lots of water, and see if you guys can try to conserve some of that energy. And you know what? I bet it would make your parents happier too. All right, let me know what you guys come up with, and good luck with this. Bye.